Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to our segment, Sound the Record Straight podcast. We run a little behind time today, but bear with us. The day been a little nasty today. But anyway, scratch all that. It's your boy Vic Slane Hope.
It's your girl Kai.
And everybody been talking about this Derrick Jaxn stuff, right? So like we was gonna talk about something else, but we had our own little stuff to say. Salute, salute, salute. We had our own little stuff to say about the situation. So like we just gonna get on this clown real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna call him what he is. You know what I'm saying? He a clown. And I feel like it wouldn't really be that big of a deal if he just didn't go live and try to, like, I don't know what he thought he was doing by going live with his wife. You know what I'm saying? But that should just made people want to sting him even more. People doing reaction to his videos.
Right.
People are doing skits. Like, so I just felt like if he would have just never went on live, never went and try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if he put a post, I don't think it would be as bad. But like, yeah, I just felt like, yeah, the situation is crazy. But make sure y'all like, so
Right.
it could circulate and stuff like
So
that. But that's what we're gonna talk about today.
I mean, I was never really into Derrick Jaxn personally myself. I never followed him. I was never a fan of him. Um, just his brand just never particularly like spoke to me. So I just never really paid much attention to him. But I definitely saw his videos. And I feel like Derrick Jaxn audience is very specific. It panders to a specific type of woman. And I think oftentimes, he came from, I think the problem and why this whole situation is so funny is because he came from a perspective of, well, I'm not that type of a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like all these dudes out here, they running around, they cheating on their wife, they doing this, they're indulging these activities. And I'm outside of that. I'm above that. I look down on men who do stuff like that. And ironically, he was it's in this specific situation, I like to be informed on things, right? So I actually looked up like what everybody was talking about and specifically how he was unfaithful to his wife. And it wasn't only that he was unfaithful to his wife, it was the way he did it, right? So like he lied to women and made it seem that he was getting a divorce with his wife. He had women come to their very home that him and his wife had owned, was having unprotected sex with these women in their bed in the same house in which his children, and probably the same bed that they conceived their children in, right? And all of this actually occurred. The wife had moved to, not moved, but she had went to Colorado with some family. She had taken the kids because, unbeknownst to us, she had already discovered that he was cheating with one person, right? So she left. She was upset. She like, what? I need some space away from you. I'm taking the kids. You need to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? So even while she was in that limbo period where she was upset, where they weren't on the best of terms, but they were still married and they were still working on their marriage. Instead of him taking his time to reflect and taking his time to work on getting his wife and his family back, he furthered his activities and used this and took this as an advantage to further, embarrass his wife, right? So there's pictures of women who are like literally taking pictures in his personal office, in his house, just really like so that's what was. If you look at the details of the situation, it's quite funny because not only did he cheated with absolutely no respect to himself, to his kids, and to his wife. So yeah.
And it's crazy because when we was talking about, like, reasons for like men and women cheating, we was highlighting, you mentioned like something about you thought it was there's different levels of cheating. So it's crazy, man. Like you was skeeting in the bed sheets that your wife laid in. Like, that's crazy. Like, I feel like it's almost like when you're talking about like, oh, we talking about like certain women cheat, but they might be like, I'm not gonna give nobody oral,
Right.
or I'm not gonna let them do certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you said, there's some levels. And yo, when you was talking about this shit, it was so funny because I'm thinking about Gilly the Kid, right? I'm thinking when Gilly said like, ain't this the nigga? Ain't this the motherfucker was talking shit about me when I was giving somebody advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be. It was something about the likes when Gilly was like, you need to be happy. Like you come like a woman was complaining about her man liking some other girl or Instagram model pictures, and Gilly was like, you complaining about a like, like
Right.
he with you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like come on, just because you don't like a picture, don't mean like you don't like it in your head. He was just saying
Right.
like, don't get attached to those little things. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the bigger picture.
Right.
Like you be saying sometimes, right? Like you be saying, you got that saying where it's like girls be focused on the wrong shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that same woman might be with a guy. The guy's entertaining you. He's taking you out. He's spending time with you, and you're like, I know you got other girls. I know you got others. Like, it's like, yo, shorty, why you thinking about somebody else right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I just think that it was just mad funny because Gilly was talking about that. Yeah, he did. He did. It was crazy. Somebody was saying not only did he do a live with his wife, he also did the reaction video to
To
his
his
live.
own reaction. Yeah, it was, and I briefly saw that, and it was giving me narcissism. That's what it gave me. It gave me very much narcissist, because who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? It was very weird to me that you reacted to your own video, about you. Like, it was just weird. Like, you did a reaction to your own
Yo,
video.
yo,
Like,
the crazy thing is he really don't see it's funny because he did that. He was like, yo, somebody asked me to do a reaction. Like I thought they was joking. And then it's like, yo, you really thought you know how like some people do certain shit or say certain stupid shit, and it's like you didn't think this was you didn't think you was crazy for doing this. You didn't think it like the fact that you sat with your wife is like you didn't think like you had to know the internet was gonna bomb you. Like
right,
like if you made this video for the Christian community, you know what I'm saying, and the Christian community got on some, you know what I'm saying, like if the Christian community, if you did this for the Christian community and whatever, you might have got a pass. You feel me? They might have been like, oh, look at this brother. You know
right,
what I'm saying? He out here admitting his sins. He out
right,
here, you know what I'm saying, seeking forgiveness from Christ. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It might have got you somewhere. But
right,
come on, bro. You did this. You put this shit out here
right.
for people. You know people troll and I feel like he didn't really know he was gonna get all them skits, all them crazy skits. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, he probably didn't think like it was gonna be like that. Yo, make sure y'all like the video. But I just feel like I just want to say this because I feel like I think like me as a man, I got a lot of homegirls, and I always say that, right? And I think I have a lot of homegirls, and I always get told that, like, I treat them different, or I'm a little different, right? That's why they mad cool with me, and I feel like I could be cool with women without having any sexual situations with them. Like I've been cool with women for like certain women for a long time, and nothing, you know what I'm saying? We just man cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Some women I even view like my sisters, right? Um, and I think that like I work hard to be a different guy. Look, I ain't coming off as no Derrick Jaxn. You know what I'm saying? I got my situation, I got my demons, right? I got my little problems, but like I think for the most part, it's like, yo, like I work very hard on my image. I work because your representation of yourself is everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to be walking on water or the clouds, but I think at the same time it's just like, yo, bro, you gotta have some type of integrity. Like it's like, yo, bro, like the way you did whatever you did, it's just like, and then you didn't have no shame. Like the fact that you came out on television, I know you probably use it as a ploy, and you thought like people was gonna be like, and some people might be like, you know what, it takes a lot of courage to do that. But what if it's
No,
still what I've
he
met you
didn't.
like over the
No, no,
castle?
no. Before we even get that, I'm sorry to cut you off. He didn't come out willingly with this information to the public. He got exposed,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
therefore he had
yeah.
to address it. So I'm not giving him any brownie points for addressing what's something that he had to expose in order to keep his platform.
But he didn't have to. He didn't have to make a video. Like, so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he didn't have to do the whole shit making a live with his wife. Like he didn't have to do all that. And a lot of people saying that's the first time they seen his wife. Some people saying they didn't even know he was married.
Right.
So my whole thing is just like, bro, like you just look mad crazy. And now the funny thing is, this is like the perfect play right now. Woman is like, look, motherfuckers like you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even women who might have believed you before or might have looked at you like, damn, like you said, he caters to a certain woman, right? He caters to like hurt woman, insecure woman, those, the angry woman, right? He caters to them, right? The bitter woman. And then now it's like, you see, niggas ain't shit. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then it's like you reinforce that, right? They might have looked at you in a certain light, and then it's like, damn, bro, like it's like you just a clown, like you feel me, like so. I just feel like yeah, it just further digs a hole. Like I don't care because I don't really consider myself a part of like whatever's going on, right? And not saying that I don't have certain things
Right.
that I might not do, but like I don't portray myself on some like because at the end of the day, like you know, I got my vices. Everybody got their vices. Everybody got their shit. So the fact that he was coming at other men is really why people was going hard on him. Like because he was like, I don't respect men like this. I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just wilding like on other men, right? And like he had no mercy. So I feel like that's why people really stinging him. And I think
So,
like you said, man, it's like multiple times you cheated on your wife,
mhm.
and then it's just like I think what really makes it really bad is just that like you try to portray this image, and I think like that's the biggest thing. If you was just some regular dude that cheated, people would be like, all right,
Right.
just some regular dude shit, right? Like dudes
Right.
cheat, but I just feel like you just look very bad, and I think like the fact that you brought your wife and humiliated her
Yeah.
on television or on live is just like even worse, bro. Like, and you're not now they stinging your wife. Now people sitting here violating your wife, and she just like and then she got the videos who talking about. I know you see a bonnet, but this is the
And the thing is, you know what the thing is? I don't even want to laugh. I really don't even want to laugh because it is funny. You know what I'm saying? When I first saw that, I was funny to me, but I was just like, somebody just need to turn off her phone and tell her to sit down somewhere, right? But and somebody made a comment too that talked about that, right? Like he said, like I'm just thinking about his wife. Can't imagine the trolls. People worried about her level of respect for herself. Boom, boom, right? Um, I think what's unique to me about Derrick Jaxn is the way that he has used black women, right, continuously throughout his whole entire brand, right. So he used black women, he panders to black women, he panders to these insecurities that these black women have, you know what I'm saying, about themselves and about men. And he used that to his advantage. But I can probably say majority of his followers, majority of his audience are black women, right? And thus at the same time, his entire career, he has never broadcasted the fact that his wife, right? But the moment that you publicly humiliate her, you use her as a tool because you knew that there was no way that you can salvage whatever platform, whatever brand that you have without having her come out and speak for you, right? And so then when she's sitting here and she's talking about how, the devil came into their marriage and God this and God that and God this, I can clearly see that there is a sense of insecurity that this woman has, and there's a lack of accountability. I'm not sure, I'm not privy to these conversations, but there's a lack of accountability in these conversations because the devil, it didn't come in between your marriage, sweetheart. Your husband did. You know what I'm saying? Your husband went and cheated on you multiple times, right? But also what I find interesting in these conversations is that as soon as his wife had come out and she started making videos, we started to see how kind of the conversation shifted from Derrick Jaxn to his wife, right? It comments on how she looked. It comments on her bonnet. It comments on the fact that she's average looking. It comments on how crazy she was. And I immediately felt bad for her because I felt like that's a tool, right? So we've never seen your wife. You've never thought it important to show your wife until now. And now somewhat of the attention is being shifted from you to your wife. And I can imagine that what she's mentally going through. I can't even imagine the kids. I don't know how old the kids are. You know what I'm saying? But I can't imagine what the kids are going through. Think about it. They go to school. You know what I'm saying? They got friends too. And their mommy and daddy are plastered all over YouTube. And everybody's talking about them and making jokes. Like he humiliated his whole entire family for what? And then got up there and said the devil was responsible? Please. Like,
yeah,
please.
yeah. It's and it's like you saying the devil to like this is a godless society, and I mentioned this shit before. Like everybody's laughing at you. Like it's like you saying the devil. The devil, they're like stupid. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so at the end of the day, like I just feel like yeah, like the humiliation, like the brother Reg said, like it's just like the level of disrespect. And I think before anything, like it's like if you don't got respect, like for this goes for anybody. Like if you hanging out with somebody as a friend, as a family, because some family members don't respect each other. Like I just feel like respect has to be there. Like if you don't got if you don't got respect at
Right.
the initial stage of anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the you know, at the foundation. If you don't got respect at the foundation for your parents, for your family, for your friends, for your spouse, it's just like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Because it's
Word.
like it's gonna manifest itself, and that's why, like, when I establish new friendships, or when I establish whatever I establish, right, with people, like, I always make sure respect is at the is at the foundation of it. Because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I let people know, like, look, we're not gonna play a certain way. Like, you're not gonna play with me a certain way. You're not gonna talk to me a certain way. You know, like, I feel like this is disrespectful. You know, it's a conversation, right? And or off the rip, I wouldn't do certain things. Or off the rip, right? Off jump, I wouldn't do certain things. So I just think that, like, yeah, it was that shit was just crazy, man. Like, you know, and then your wife, a lot of people saying, like you said, right, it shifted the attention from him to his wife, right? Because now people are saying, like, girl, you need to leave. Girl, you need to, like, so now people is like talking to
Right.
her. You already look like a clown. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? People just gonna keep. I give it probably like a week or two more. You know what I'm saying? But it might be over. I say like a week, a few more days. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know what I don't know in what direction this platform is gonna go now, right? Because
Right.
I feel like the same woman that catered to you, the same woman that, you know, bigged you up and probably was sharing your shit. It's like you just broke their heart. You
Yeah.
just, like, you know what I'm saying? They was looking up to you. So now they're
Yeah.
like, see, niggas ain't shit. They
Yeah.
favorite quote. They back to their favorite quote. So I just feel like that is like, I don't know what he gonna do after that. I don't know what's next. Yo, make sure y'all like the video, by the way. So I don't really know, like, in what direction he gonna go next. Um Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Like, which way you think he gonna shift now? Cause I feel like his shit is tarnished.
At the end of the day, it's a business, right? It's a brand. And I think somewhat his wife has that understanding. I don't think that she wanted to go out and do the live. I don't think that she wanted to make that video. She was never before, like, he never showed her before, right? But I think he needs to do that. I think if he went up there himself and said, hey, I talked with my wife and things are good, nobody would have believed him, right? Because you already proved yourself to be a liar. So now you have to get your wife on here to advocate that you've changed and that things are different, right? So I think that he's going to try to continue his brand, and I think he's probably going to shift it from, this narrative of the struggle love, right? Of, I done been through it all, and we done been through hell and back, and the devil came in our marriage, and we survived when most people would fail, and we prevailed, and everything was all peachy keen. I think that's where he's gonna go with it. I think he's gonna ride this out. I think we're gonna get another book. Then we're gonna get another book. I think he's gonna try to, as a businessman, right? I think he's gonna try to capitalize off of this moment
And it's funny
as
that
much
you
as
mentioned.
possible.
It's funny that you mentioned the book, right? Because even in the video, he not talking about certain things. He's saying, like, yo, like, the book talks about it. Like, go get the book. It explains it in more detail. So, like, he don't really go into, like, the whole details about the situation and what happened and what was taking place. He's like, go get the book. Y'all make sure y'all go get the book. The book explains it a little better. And it's like, yo, bro, you really think people gonna go? Some people gonna do that. Some people gonna go buy the
Yeah,
book because they want to be nosy. But I'm just like, I'm not buying no book just to find out about your infidelity. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of other people on Instagram, like, clown. Like, you really thought you was gonna bamboozle us. Now, some of them corporate women, them corporate failed, angry, miserable, lonely black women, they probably gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said, like, yeah, they probably still gonna support him. Like, a lot of times, and I feel like these women that he preaches to, right? They already have those revolving toxic doors, right? They're already used to those, and I feel like they know he chatting, he fronting, he fibbing, but they feel like, you know what? Let me just go buy the book and see what he say, right? It's almost like you stay in that relationship that you know is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you tell yourself certain things, right? You be like, oh, whatever. But yeah, like, I agree. I think people are really definitely gonna support him still. They're gonna go get the book. I don't know what he put in the book. I don't care. I don't want to know. But definitely that shit was definitely a marketing scheme. I don't know if it's gonna work for him. But like you said, like, I do agree that it might be a show with him and his wife from now on. You know what I'm saying? It might be like the road to recovery. It might be some shit about what up, what's good, y'all. I'm trying to stay focused, so don't mind me if I don't pay attention to the comments like that. But I think that it's gonna shift into like you said, like this narrative about, yeah, like, you know, we overcame this, this what we doing, and you know, it's probably gonna be a lot of family shit now in on his show, you know.
Word. I think I think Derrick Jaxn is relatively desirable, right? So when I say desirable, majority of women or some women obviously find him attractive. I guess he's tall, he's attractive, whatever features he has, certain would find him attractive, right? And I think his wife being his wife is beautiful, right? But just an average black woman, right? I think the reason why people, and this is another conversation, but I think because he is attractive, and because oftentimes when we see attractive black men, right, and black men who reach a certain status, we don't usually see them specifically with darker skinned black women. I think that also helps him, right? Because now when people look at advertisements, when people are looking to sell something, they want to see themselves in the product, right? So women could, oh, he's one of us. He I have a chance of being with him, right? Even though they know he's mad, right? They're not like actively trying to get with this man, but they can see themselves with this man, right? So they think his opinion is important because of that,
Yeah,
right? And so they're gonna buy his book, and they're gonna buy into this brand, into this notion of him, because they feel like if they listen to him, they can be happy. If they listen to him, they can be in a successful relationship. And like I said, like this is part of his brand. I think his wife is aware of that. At the end of the day, that beautiful house that they have didn't pay for itself, right? Um, I'm not sure exactly their lifestyle, but I don't think by any means Derrick Jaxn is poor or not or doing without. So it's a business outside of everything else. Um, yeah, like it's
yeah,
just
yeah. It's so funny because somebody has said the motherfucker went from doing videos in the car to making a video in the living room in the home. like like it's like, you know what I'm saying, you get caught up. My bro Reginald said, he said some shit about, he spoke of himself and you know, he when he was addressing the situation in third party, like on some, like, you know, the brand got caught in the streets, not Derrick Jaxn, you know what I'm saying, it was the
right,
brand.
right.
So mm, so you know,
Taking
I
no
think,
accountability for his actions. No
yeah,
accountability for his actions.
definitely it's just funny, like there's a passage in the Quran, right, that talks about, it talks about how people will blame, the devil, and there's a passage, I forgot the verse, is I think is, I'm not sure if it's 14:22, chapter 14 verse 22, and it speaks about how, like, people will come on the last day, and when their sins are put in front of them, they will say the devil made me do it, you
Uh
know.
huh.
And it talks about, and the devil will address these people, and he would tell them, I didn't make you do anything. He said, I only suggested to you, and you follow my call. He said, so this day do not blame me, but blame yourself for listening to my call.
Hmm.
You know, so I think that, and again, right, not to shit on people that are Christian, but I think, like, that's part of their religion, right? The narrative of, like, you know, Christ died for our sins, and we good. We're not gonna be held accountable, like, you know, and you know, when we mess up, we mess up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Christ died for us. So I think, like, that's one narrative, right? And it goes along with a whole bunch of other narratives, right? Of like turning the other cheek, and the Malcolm X, I mean, and the Martin Luther King, and
Yeah.
the reason why he had his approach. So I think some of the things. So I think he playing into it, right? He's using, now he's using his religion,
Yes.
um
Yes.
and so he's using his religion, and you know, because now he's throwing, I never heard, I mean, I never really watched his videos, but like some of the videos that I did watch, I never even knew, like, you know, he was never really talking about God and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the fact that, you know, he went into this religious stuff, he went into like this preacher, you know, he got all preachy on us, and then I feel like, again, like the Christian community might definitely forgive him. You know, they're gonna be like, you're right, brother. And
I
so
think
I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I think his wife is very faithful, right?
Yeah,
I think I truly believe that she's a Christian. I truly believe that she believes in Christianity. She's true to her faith. I can see that. And I think that he has used that to his advantage. And that's based off of the video. That's based off of the things that were coming out of her mouth, the things that she said, right? Like she almost sounded like she was in a cult.
Yeah,
The things
definitely.
that were coming out, like the things that she was saying. Again, taking no accountability, for his actions. You know what I'm saying? And what he did. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with the devil, sweetheart. Absolutely
I mean,
nothing.
it does. It does to an extent. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I believe in God. It does to an extent because look, but my whole thing is, again, then that's why I mentioned that quote, right? Because the devil is here to tempt us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, bro, you smash shorties in your house in the bed. Come on. Most cheaters don't even do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
don't say most, but
well, they
commence.
go what I meant to like, what better catch. Listen, look. Most cheaters, look. Most cheaters don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, most cheaters that I know, let me say most cheaters that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
They not bringing, first of all, a lot of dudes be staying with their baby mom. You know what I'm saying? They shorty's got the crib. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the crib. So a lot of dudes be kind of like, I mean, guys do be dumb. They be messing up. But most guys be like, I'm not bringing nobody to my crib. You feel me? Like it's like, some dudes got little morals when they cheat. So that's why I say most. Like there's always stupid dudes. Like I know
Right.
stupid dudes that will always go home. But most of the people I know that cheat and do whatever they do, they're not going to their wife crib, you know what I'm saying, and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you just look all the way crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? So I think I lost my. So I'm saying like I don't know whose crib it is. I don't know if it's his crib, and maybe he felt like this shit, my house. You know, be in your house. When it's your house, you got a different type of attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? When it's your shorty house and it's her name on the lease, you gonna move a little different.
That was their house. That they're married. That's your kid's
Yeah, but at the
house.
same time, it's still that I bought this house. Like,
Right.
like I get what you're saying. Like we're married and whatever, but like it's still that like this shit came out my bread. You feel me? So I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if she's into finance. She looked like, she had a little suit in one of them pictures. So I don't know if I don't know if she, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But my whole thing is there's a certain, yeah, I'm ready for Ramadan, inshallah. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for Ramadan, but I don't want to go, sidetrack. We ain't talking about Ramadan right now. But thanks for asking though. I'm definitely ready. I can't wait for it. Inshallah. We get to go to the masjid this year. Last year we didn't get to go. And I'm hoping we things are a little different this year. But back to him, right? It's like there's a certain arrogance, and you will notice this with people that cheat. You could kind of like know who got the pants, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like sometimes women cheat and they just like they don't care. Like I know girls that be on some they married and they wilding and they on some like he ain't nobody without me. You know what I'm saying? They got that attitude to them, right? Like they got that like attitude, like I'm letting him stay in my crib. He stay in my crib. Like you feel me? Like, and then there's dudes who feel that way too, right? They're like, what's she gonna do to me? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like words, they not saying it, but their behavior it manifests itself that way. So I think that sometimes in the way that people cheat and the level of disrespect, like we was talking about, right? It kind of like shows who wears the pants, who doing what it do, and I think it always it's like I always say respect comes with admiration or fear, right? Um, some people disagree, but I feel like when people when people realize they can't mess with you a certain way, like they know like if I disrespect him, like this person gonna walk out my life. Or if I disrespect you,
Right.
you might punch me in the face. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like people tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? When they know disrespect might get you punched in the face. That's why certain people that just run their mouth a lot, I ask them like, yo, you ever got punched in the face for like saying some disrespectful shit? Or you ever got into a fight? And then when they tell me they never got into a fight, I'd be like, oh, it makes sense why you just be running your mouth a certain way. Because people that have been through certain shit or been disciplined, they don't move as crazy with the mouth as somebody that never been in those type of situations.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I feel like I'm rambling, but go ahead.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. You definitely can tell who wears the and like it goes back again to what I said about um her level of insecurity. You know what I'm
All right, so
saying?
look. With that being said, not to cut you off, Will and Jada, because I feel like in that situation, I feel like Jada wear the pants.
I feel like you pointing at me.
Nah, In that situation, I feel like Jada wear the pants.
Okay.
I
Why?
feel like I feel like she was on some like, yo, we gonna go do the red table talk.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Why do you
Um,
feel like she wears the pants?
I just felt like Will was looking mad hurt, and Jada was on some like you know how like
I have
when
a different
Nikki
opinion on that. I'm gonna let you finish
you
though.
know like when Nikki had the situation with Meek, right? Nikki or not, let me not even say that. Like Future and Ciara, they got into, when they had their little situation. And Future was trying to say, I made Ciara. Like I not made her. He was saying like I bumped up her career a little bit. Like she was kind of like nobody was listening to her. You know what I'm saying? She kind of like died down. And when people heard she was messing with me, it kind of like bumped her little career up a little bit. She was trying to say, no, I, I upgraded you. You know what I'm saying? And they both made their little songs. She made the song like I upgrade you, ain't upgrade me. I upgraded you. So I feel like we see these relationships and these celebrities and these situations, right? And then people be like, well, who upgraded who? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when they had the red table talk and Will was just there, like I just feel like Will was there the same reason why Derrick Jaxn wife was there. You feel me? Like I feel like Jada was Derrick, right? Because Jada technically cheated, right, or whatever. And people could say Will's been stepping out his marriage and blah blah blah. That's not who was on trial that day. So it don't matter what people. Lila, you can shake your head. You can shake your head. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what was her felonies in the past. She wasn't on trial that day. I mean, Will wasn't on trial that day. It don't matter what Will felonies is in the past. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying at that moment, what we're talking about is Jada getting caught or going out her way or doing whatever she's doing. You feel me? So I felt like even the way she was talking, like, oh my God, I felt so good. Like, it's just like crazy. Like, I feel like Will wouldn't be able to get away with saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So,
so here's
yeah, go ahead. So I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like the aura gave me vibes that like Jada
right,
was wearing the pants. Kind of like, you
right.
know, yeah.
So somebody just said Will and Jada have been known to have been known to have an open relationship though. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We all sit up here when the whole situation dropped off. Everybody got so many opinions about people who have been married for longer than majority of y'all have been alive. You know what I'm saying? They've been had an open relationship for years. That's really the gag though. That's really the funny part though. And somebody also said Jada got some dirt on Will, so she blackmailed him into submission. Now I ain't say she blackmailed him into submission. I think oftentimes, right, and this is a real conversation, and this is probably going to go into something else, you know what I'm saying? But I think oftentimes, right, when we have these concepts, right, of open relationships, I think for a long time, Will was stepping outside of the relationship. Will was doing his own thing. It was rumored, I think, on his movie Hancock that he did. I don't know if you remember the white woman
Saving,
that
I
he
mean, though,
was
his wife in the movie.
his wife in the movie, it was rumored that they were dealing with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That went under the shadows though, because Will and Jada are the favorites in Hollywood. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
look,
So
look, look,
that's not
man.
really big.
You
Listen,
innocent. You innocent to proven guilty.
let me finish my point. You know what I'm saying? Will has been stepping outside of the relationship for years. You know what I'm saying? And so is Jada. You know what I'm saying? Jada got herself a little young thing. You know what I'm saying? And
Hold on,
it
look.
went out of proportion. And I think the only reason why there's a discussion about it was because, again, like the Derrick Jaxn situation, she was forced to because August Alsina had came out and exposed them.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on,
Therefore,
hold on. So basically, we saying that Will did it, but where's the proof?
stop. Come on, for real, for
Come
real.
on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. You gotta have proof. We can't be making allegations.
This is
We
not
don't.
allegations. Let's just have a real conversation. Everybody knows that Will and Jada. Yo, if whoever knew that Will and Jada had a relationship, comment in the comments right now, because I know I'm not the only one. For real, everybody in Hollywood knew they was freaks. They was swinging. They was doing them. This, that, and the third, blah blah. They've been open, and apparently, if we really want to be technical, it's actually a rumor that Will is actually gay. But that we gonna get into that into a whole nother. That's a whole nother topic.
Look. They say Diddy gay. They say it's Matt. Look,
No,
LL
no,
Cool
no.
J got a whole book about the freak stuff that be going on in Hollywood.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
so it's been known. You know what I'm saying? Will and Jada is just it's just a whole nother conversation. But like I said, going back to my point, I feel like what happened was, and why there was such a different or vitriol reaction, you know what I'm saying, with Jada, is that oftentimes, right, in society, it's socialized, right, for men to cheat,
So,
right?
somebody
Like
said
that's something.
most of the open relationship came from Jada's side. So they trying to say Jada was for the streets. You heard? Yo, you know what's so funny? I seen something, right? Because they were saying like Will should have been knew Jada was for the streets. She was fucking around with Pac.
Why is Jada for the streets?
Look. I'm just saying this was a post. You know what I'm saying, I'm just saying that like
They both freaky.
they were saying that, they were talking about Jada and Pac. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, like it was
That
just,
was before she was married or Will Smith was even the thought of her head, sweetheart.
yeah, but
Listen.
sometimes a woman can't get past that. You know what I'm saying? Especially
No, sometimes a man can't get past that. And that's what the problem is. And that was my point before you cut me off.
my
You know what
bad,
I'm
my
saying?
bad.
Women are usually socialized, right? For men to cheat, for men to step out. We have so many instances of Derrick Jaxn situations where women are forced to sit next to their cheating, lying, manipulative husbands who have publicly embarrassed them. And then now, when we have one time, right, in popular culture. Not one
Wow.
time, not one time, it's not the first time ever, but we don't really get many instances in which women cheat and they're exposed in the way that Will and Jada, in which it was
Cause y'all
exposed. You know what I'm
sneaky, y'all
saying?
sneaky, y'all
Hold,
sneaky.
it's not sneaky. What y'all, this is y'all, you losing me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very easy to comprehend. Will and Jada big knew what happened. August
Hold on.
Alsina occurred years ago.
Hold
August
on.
Alsina was chilling with their sons and their kids. Yo, they called him Og. Will called him Og. That was Will's man's. Will had a conversation with Og. He knew what was going on. The only people who didn't know what was going on was us. And now we come in with all our different opinions. They've been doing this. They've been
All right, so
swinging. They've
so let's
been
talk about
open.
another thing we want to talk about. I don't know if we should do this on a different topic, but I remember you were saying that Jada used August. Like she knew he was sick. She knew he was going through something. And you said Jada took advantage of August
She
Alsina.
definitely did.
All right. All right. So she was on some
Whoop-de-doo.
predator. She was on some predator. So, oh, whoop-de-doo. Oh my God. How many countless other men she took advantage of? But anyway,
I
we
don't
ain't gonna
know.
get into that. We ain't gonna get into that. But you ain't gonna throw dirt on my man Will, man. You know what I'm saying? If they
I'm
ain't no
not
proof.
throwing.
No, hold on.
Listen.
If they ain't no proof, if the glove don't fit, you know what I'm saying? You must have quit, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anyways, like I was saying, I just feel like, listen, Will and Jada's situation is different. They both freaky. You know what I'm saying? They both swinging from tree to tree, wilding. They probably listen. It's 12 o'clock right now. They probably getting crazy right now.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
after the talk, they probably call August over, like, yo,
What word? Like, what's
like,
up?
you know what I'm saying? We trying to do a little something for
Exactly.
your video. I mean, because he dropped a song after that. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the music after that. So it probably was publicity. You know what I'm
My
saying?
whole
For his,
point is in this conversation, I just want people to realize at the end of the day, whatever people choose to put on social media, to put on the screen, is for a reason. It's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? People think they so smart and people have all these different opinions about situations, this, that, and third, blah, blah. We don't know what's going on behind the cameras. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. Will and Jada's red tables, you know how much bread they made over that 10-minute interview? They chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? And we all
hold on.
running
But
around
look.
in a frenzy with our
Will still
heads
look
cut
hurt
off.
though.
And
You
they
seen the hurt?
chilling.
Hold on. You seen the hurt in Will face? Like we not about to sit here.
All right, wait, hold on. Are we talking Will and Jada? Let's not forget, Will and Jada are world-renowned actors.
Exactly. Look, everybody talking about look. You can see the shit in his face. Like, come on. No. Look, it's one thing about acting. I get that. And Will was acting. Will was acting when he was saying there, like, oh yeah, girl, I was done with you. He was like, oh yeah, I remember that. She said we wasn't together. Like she basically was walking them through the whole situation. She like, and remember, he like, what happened, Jada? Like she was trying to dance around the shit. He like, what happened? Damn, you messing up the broadcaster, man.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? She's sitting there like, and and he like, Jada, what happened? And then what happened? And she like, remember, we kind of like wasn't together no more. So she like walking them through shit. He like, oh yeah, girl, I was done with you. That was some straight acting shit.
Right.
That shit, that whole shit was some, oh yeah, I was done with you. Oh yeah, it was a rap. Oh yeah,
Versus the pursuit of happiness face.
exactly. And then you could see the look. Like even when they made him a meme, yo, it was just crazy. Like
He would look
it
like
was.
he had the eyes was welling up, like he
Yeah,
was
he
about to
had the smoke.
tear.
He had
He
the
was like,
somebody said he had the smoke, the smoky eyes. You feel me? Like he just was blowing the za. You know what I'm saying? Like he did, like he got the face
word. He like,
like,
yo,
and then
yeah.
she's sitting there saying like, I felt
Oh,
so
so
good.
good.
She was like this, I felt so good, and I'm just like, and look, he didn't go into like what you mean by that. He didn't go into like what you mean by you felt so good.
He
Like
knew what
I
that
don't
meant.
know.
She said she didn't feel good in so long. That
It,
meant that 40 going on 50-year-old back wasn't working. And she needed herself a little 20-year-old thing. And August came in and he swung that little thing on her and she was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
what that means.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
that means. And you know
yeah,
what, Will? You're going to have to hold that. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yo, that's crazy though. Yo, make sure y'all like the video, man. Yo, but that's crazy though. The fact that like, come on, yo, like she really violated. And you know what's so sad? I think it's happening, but it's confirmed as the. You know what's so sad? I think too. I think the saddest thing is that we see how this. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to some gender stuff, we see
Mm-hmm.
how different people react. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I just want to highlight that when a man cheat, it's dragging through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't this. You know what I'm saying? When Jada came out, talking about I felt so good. Like everybody was like, yeah, she probably was, it's been a while.
I disagree with you on that. Women, it was only women who were doing that.
Hold
Men
on,
was like, yo, she for the streets.
no, no, no,
This and
hold
the
on,
third
hold on,
blah
hold on.
blah.
Hold
Stop
on,
it.
but we been know that. We been like men do not hold on to shit the way women do. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're right.
men be like this.
You're right.
Men be
When
like,
women cheat, you're right. When women cheat, you know what men do? They leave because they can't take it. They can't handle it. We know that for a fact. The probability of a man staying with a woman after she cheats is non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's a pushover. You know what I'm saying? Women are used to dealing with men that cheat on them. It's almost socially accepted. It's
that's because
normal.
men are meant to be polygamous, like I said. I rest my case.
Whatever your excuses about men are meant to be polygamous, this and that, third, blah, blah, here's my question, right? If you agree to be in a monogamous situation, if you agree to be in a monogamous relationship, if you agree to be in a monogamous marriage and you choose to step out, it doesn't matter what you innately feel you were supposed to be. That is a decision that you made as a grown-ass man. You stand on it. You know what I'm saying? You make a contract. Yo, I give you this. You won't give me that. You stand on it as a man. So there should not be any exceptions when we're talking about marriage and when we're talking about relationships. So if you thought that your ass should be polygamous, you should have been over there with the polygamous people. You know what I'm saying? But you not. So
It's
we still
against the
have to
law.
take accountability. So
Hold
I ain't
on.
trying to hear that.
It's against the law though. It's against the law here
So
in
move
the
out the
West.
country, bro.
Come on. We're not about to do that. If the law is forcing you to do certain things, people not gonna break the law. You know what I'm
Victor.
saying? Look. Wait, that's another conversation. I just feel like there might be some correlation there. You know what I'm saying? If 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 man is always cheating, like the woman be saying, right? They always saying they dogs, they gonna do whatever they do, they stick their penis and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
If yo, I ain't need no background singer on that one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't need no. My point is this: if if we think like that of men, could there be a
Yeah, Remy
possibility?
Rose. I agree. Sorry. Go ahead.
Could there be a possibility that maybe because like that's why I said in the other video, I don't want to bring the old video into this, but I'm just saying like if you look at thousands of years ago, before all of this new democracy and government shit, right? Man was having multiple wives. So maybe if that's in his nature and you're forcing him to be monogamous, that might be why he always stepping out the crib. I'm just
Bro.
saying Mike. I'm just saying Mike. I'm just saying Mike.
Bro. Bro, Vic. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I bang what you, I really do. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. At the end of the day, nobody is forcing you to be in any situation.
The
These
law.
women.
The law forcing me to be in the situation. What are you talking about?
All right. You got
The
it.
law forces black men not to be in the crib with their baby mamas.
You got it.
See? So somebody put it's in our DNA. Come on, man. I'm saying, I mean, look, man, look. The point is this: Jada for the streets, man, and Will still don't got
And
no
Will
no.
right there rolling
Hold
around in
on.
the streets together.
But look,
They
back to Derek.
rolling in them streets together,
But
yo.
look, and I feel like that was the opposite, right? I feel like Derrick Jaxn was out here doing his thing. His, like you said, his wife, she might really believe. You know what I'm saying? But
So I got a question for you. Got a question for you. Because some women is like this, right? So some women are very, they're
see, somebody
interested.
said a man could get with 10 women and only really love one woman.
Oh my God. Pack it up. Anyways, listen. We're not talking about that. Listen. I have a question for you. So this is how some women operate. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you outside? You doing you? Oh, what? Oh, I'm about to put on my dress. I'm about to go out tonight. You know what I'm saying? So what if Derrick Jaxn's wife, she went around, she brought a dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude came to the crib. They was rolling around in the bed 2 or 3 times. She flew out, because this is everything that Derrick Jaxn did. She flew out a dude on her birthday, to Miami on the yacht. They was chilling, you know what I'm saying? What if she cheated? What if she cheated back on him?
And she cheated, she cheated. That's his decision to decide whether he gonna keep her or not.
Oh, all right. Just saying.
But I'll say this.
Because if you cheat, you got to be ready to get cheated back on.
Hold on. Whoever wear the pants usually dictates. Like, for example, if that was her crib and she wore the pants and she did some crazy shit, now Derrick Jaxn has a decision to do. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Jaxn has the decision to make, knowing that that's her house, knowing that she wear the pants, he will have a decision to make. Like, am I gonna walk away from this? Am I gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Halle Berry. Halle Berry, she paid child support right now. Yep. I don't know what was the situation with her husband, but she wore the pants, right? And whatever.
She made the most money.
She made the most money. She definitely didn't wear the pants, but right. She made the most. She made the most money. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Kevin Federline. Same shit, right? He had Britney Spears. He had that bag coming in. Yeah. He was wearing the. You know what I'm saying? He was wearing the pants, obviously, but he didn't make the most
money.
Exactly. So he finagled the situation. You know what I'm saying? They finagling this situation. Mary J. Blige, I think she about to be finessed. I think she got finessed by her husband. You know what I'm saying? So we got these situations where it's not always connected to whoever makes the most money, right? It's also about psychological power. I mean, not power, but psychological abilities, right? Some of these motherfuckers be reading all these 48 laws of power and all these dark manipulation psychology books. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why he said, look, somebody just said she's not gonna leave them money. Like, you feel me? Right. So sometimes.
And it's probably not even only about her money, her being a Christian woman, her having multiple kids by this man. She doesn't want to leave that and now have to be a single mother with multiple kids, and she's the baby mother of Derrick Jaxn. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be very difficult for her in this dating world.
Somebody
you know
said, do y'all obey the double standard law or y'all disagree with it?
Like, what's the double standard law? What you mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of like lost on it. What's the double standard law? Yeah, Bill Clinton only love Hillary. Everybody said Bill Clinton only loved Hillary, but he cheated on her. But look, the same way Kai just sat here and said she made an excuse for Jada. Jada didn't feel good in so long, and she wanted that little young thing, and she wanted to get her back blown out. Nobody gonna say that about Bill and Hillary, right? Like Bill just wanted, Bill, Hillary.
Yeah, but same thing with Bill. Bill saw that young little Monica Lewinsky up in that office and was like, "Yo, what up?" You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
I think he only got fellatio, right? He ain't going up.
Well, that's the only thing that he got caught on. I'm not exactly sure. I was up there holding no red light. I'm glad I wasn't.
Wow, you want to say you don't know, right? Because there's no evidence. But you wanted to condemn Will a little while ago with no evidence. Come on, man. We can't be doing that. It's because Will black, right? Because he a black man.
Anyways, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I just assume that Monica Lewinsky and them have had sex. I don't think that was their first interaction with each other. I don't remember the exact actual thing when she testified in court about it, but I think that they had previous sexual relations other than the incident with the fellatio. The fellatio thing was huge just because he had ejaculated on her dress, and that was her piece of evidence that she did have sexual relations with this man, right? So, but besides that, you know what I'm saying? What were you saying again? Somebody was talking about the double standard. What was that?
I don't know. But I don't know. Somebody said we should go watch the Mike Tyson and Robin Givens interview. And then we will understand how sad Will is. But look, I know he was sad. I know he's a good actor, and although he was acting, I felt like I could still see the sadness in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, can women do the same thing as men without being any different, or you disagree?
No, women cannot cheat on. Okay, Women cheat as much as men do, right? I'm
Y'all
not
better. Y'all better.
right, because the social consequences for women cheating is greater than men's. It is, and I'll repeat myself again, socially acceptable for men to go outside of their marriage, to go outside of their relationships, and for them to cheat, right? That story is common, right? But oftentimes, depending also on the type of man that you have, it is not acceptable for a woman to cheat. Men cannot deal with that. Men cannot deal with a woman stepping outside of their relationship, them picturing a woman having sex with another man, their woman having sex with another man, and be okay with that. Some men, a majority of men, are not dealing with that. They cannot forgive you. They cannot kiss you again. They cannot have sex. They're disgusted at the thought of you. So no, I don't think it's the same. Now, am I saying that women don't cheat as much as men? I'm
I
definitely not
think what
saying
he's
that.
trying to say is, should women be held to the same like standard? Like it's like I don't pick and choose. I don't differentiate, right? I feel like again, like when Jada did whatever she did, a lot of women came out and was trying to make excuses for it. And I feel like that's not right. And I feel like in the same hand, it's like man got when men cheat, they get the whole show, the whole wave, the whole avalanche. You know what I'm saying? And even though, like you said, it's socially acceptable, is it? Because when they cheat, they be wilding. Like you know what I'm saying? When Quavo did whatever he did, or Offset, whatever the name is, you know what I'm saying? Like people was wilding, right? When he cheated on Cardi B, people was wilding. When Cardi B took him back, people was wilding on her. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just feel like it's not the same, man. I just feel like when a woman cheat, we see it sometimes. We be like, oh, maybe he wasn't doing something. Maybe he wasn't
That's
like,
women.
no, what I'm trying to say is, as a society, when a woman cheat as a society, she don't get it as hard as when a man step out. Even though, like you said, it's the norm of men stepping out, is the standard. They still be dragging their name through the mud.
I'm gonna
Nobody,
disagree with you on that one.
you can, you can.
I think if Cardi B would have cheated on Offset, it would have been a completely different reaction. Yes, we would have had majority of women in the comments talking about some, oh, men do this all the time and blah, 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 and this and the third, boom, boom, boom. But people would have definitely looked at Cardi B differently. You know what I'm saying? She would have been all types of whole sluts. Oh, she a stripper. That's what strippers do. This and the third, blah, 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 da, da, da. Nah, I think it's more acceptable for a man to cheat in society than for women. I think maybe social media is maybe throwing smoke and mirrors at the illusion that, you know what I'm saying, that women somehow get it easier after they cheat. I don't know. I disagree. I think when men cheat, it's, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Not the, there's little comments, there's little tweets, this and the third, boom, boom. But for a woman to step outside of her marriage, for a woman to run outside and cheat, I think it's different. I think it's worse on her reputation.
All right, well, exactly. She said they would have dragged Will name through the mud if it came out that Will was out here with a little young thing. You know what I'm saying? His name would have been assassinated, and he a black man on top of that. They definitely would have came from my boy Will. You know what I'm saying? Look, a perfect example. Somebody said Bill Cosby is in prison for drugging women. And Cardi B is still popping after admitting to drugging dudes. You know what I'm saying? So this is a clear example of the double standards that exist in society, right? She admitted that she drugged dudes, they got robbed, some of them got harmed. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
the statute of limitations probably didn't even pass on Cardi B. It's not too long
Right.
ago that she was a stripper and that she was
Right.
doing this, right?
Right.
So that's a perfect example, and there's many count. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you sharing that. But there's many countless examples
That's
of
true.
of of women getting off raping. We had this conversation. Most dudes lose their virginity to a woman that's older,
Yes.
way older than them. So that's another example. But when we hear the narrative of older men slept with a younger woman, you know what I'm saying, and took her virginity, predator, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in school. In school, for example, if a girl came and grabbed my genitals, it don't
It's
get
not
looked at.
deemed
It don't
here.
get looked at a certain way. But if I grab her butt, it's a problem.
Right.
So this is definitely a
I agree with
perfect
you. You're right.
example of thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Because Kyle was over here bugging just now. Talking about man don't really get it. What?
I agree with you on that sentiment. That in terms of sexual assault, women definitely get away. Women are lawless in a lot of ways. Women get away
Somebody
with a
said
lot of things.
Somebody said, Bill Cosby like that sleepy wop. Yo, y'all crazy. Yo, yo,
Somebody said,
look, man. Y'all not gonna throw dirt on my man, Bill Cosby like that, man. You know what I'm saying? All of these allegations came out when he tried to buy NBC, man.
all
You know what I'm
right, all right, all
saying?
right.
But we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna pack that one up. But anyways, is social media flirting or cheating? Somebody said that.
I think we should wrap it up. We've been talking for 55 minutes. Um, I think that like I don't know, man. I don't know. Social media is like, people talk. Sometimes people don't never, sometimes people just I don't know. Some people say the thought of cheating is cheating. Different relationships have different ideals of what cheating is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that people should discuss with their partners, what cheating is. So some people texting another person in the situation is cheating. So some people having the thought, but you don't know what somebody thinking, right? So some people say don't like nobody picture. So it's levels to that, man. I think liking somebody picture is just liking somebody picture. It don't mean you're gonna link them, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who came through, who shared with us, who gave us some pointers, who enjoyed the discussion. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there. It's shit is it's crazy, especially if you're from New York City. Well, crime all around the country it's been a little crazy, so y'all make sure y'all stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes open. And you know what I'm saying? And watch out for the Derrick Jaxns of the world, man, and the Jadas. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? But peace out, man. Y'all have a
All
good one.
right. Later.
Peace.